Carter, you ready?
I'm ready, Ricky.
Man, the numbers are going up steadily. I know you got some explanations for all of this.
Absolutely, Ricky. We now have 8.71 million cases. The United States had nearly 500,000 people infected in the last 7 days, Ricky. So this is how we have lost total and complete control over this virus. Hospitalizations are setting fresh records in the Midwest, and the healthcare system is being strained tremendously. We have 5,600 people died from the virus last week, so almost 6,000 people in 1 week. We had an 18-year-old freshman at the University of Dayton in Ohio that died Thursday from complications from corona. He had been hospitalized for quite a while, was living on the campus, and was about to transition to go home to do remote learning, caught the virus, and passed away. So, again, young people, this happens. You have to be very concerned about being exposed, watching your distance, etc. So a study came out yesterday, Ricky, that questions about antibodies and immunity. It noted that individuals with non-symptomatic and mild infections do not appear to have long-lasting antibody titers. What that means is that 6 months after infection, they might not have measurable antibodies. However, we have found that in the science of immunology, that even if they can't find the antibodies when they measure them, there are other cells in the immune system called T cells that usually will provide immunity for those individuals. And we are not seeing recurrent cases. But this just asks and allows us to ask the question again, how long does immunity last? It was noted that this seems to be more common in women and older patients, so people that are more susceptible for whatever reason. So women, older patients, are people that had mild infections. But we aren't seeing reinfections. We aren't seeing the numbers that we would have if people were susceptible to recatching the virus. So we'll see. That's just one of those what-if questions that's being asked now about antibodies. So AstraZeneca also announced that its COVID-19 vaccine has produced a robust immune response in older adults and the elderly. It had already shown good efficacy in people 18 to 55, but now it's shown that people that are older, say for instance, people that are older have to get a higher dose flu vaccine. They are noting that this vaccine seems to be working just fine in those older individuals and providing a strong immune response. So remember, your number one thing for fighting this disease, boost your immunity with vitamin D, 5,000 international units per day, vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams daily, and zinc, 50 milligrams per day. And on the next segment, Ricky, we're going to talk about some new information that just came out about people with low vitamin D and their susceptibility to the coronavirus and what happens when you boost their immune system.
Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Collier. Hey, let everybody know. We got a phone call. Let's go to the phone. Good morning.
Okay.
So the question that I am having is simple. How is this COVID really transmitted? Through air or physically?
Okay, it is a respiratory virus, which means it is transmitted through air, large droplets within 6 feet, but also aerosolized particles over much longer distances, a cloud of infection, so to speak, that you can walk through. So that is not a question. Everybody knows that that's how you catch it. Being in contact with somebody doesn't give you the virus. Being in contact with their breath does. So that's where we are, Ricky.
Yeah,
and again, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they breathe. If you walk into the air that they, let out of their mouth, you can catch coronavirus.
You can catch a virus, but if they cough or sneeze in the air and leave that cloud there, you're more susceptible. So so the mechanism of transmission is easily understood. Now we understand that, which is why it's so important to maintain the 3 W's: wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Remember, these are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier, not those of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or its radio affiliates.
We're going to, Dr. Collier, we're gonna all need some hats like Spanky on the Little Rascals with the propeller on. For real.